You are now tuned into Dudecast. We got a special episode. We're going to be discussing COVID, and we're going to be discussing it with somebody who actually got COVID and who was fighting in the hospital and who's still fighting today. So, with no further ado,
So
how
how's
does
it
it?
going?
It's going pretty good, man.
Yeah, man, I'm supposed to be on oxygen right now, but I take it off. You
You're
know what I
trying to
mean?
get stronger.
Yeah, trying to build up the lung tolerance. You know, got this crazy ass cough always. So
So you're constantly all the time coughing and shit.
yeah, even at night, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You
What are
know,
they? What are they telling you about the like? Are your lungs gonna heal themselves and you're gonna like get back to some kind of normal status, or are you gonna constantly have lung problems from this point on?
I'm gonna have lung problems from this point on.
Oh, okay.
I should be able to get back to like
Yeah.
maybe a 92 to 95%
Yeah.
uh for my lungs, but I'm gonna be more susceptible to like pneumonia and things like that, the flu. So I gotta really like watch myself, when those seasons come around, because if
Yeah.
not, it can really do some damage to me now. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, I feel blessed for being able to get out of there, man. 4 months.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah. And for the people that are watching this that might not know, um, you are recovering from COVID
That's
still.
correct. Yes.
Okay. And
I'm
and
considered,
yeah,
I'm what they considered a long hauler
you're the
now.
yeah. They didn't actually you didn't have to get put under though, right? You weren't like were
I
you in
refused.
any you refused it?
Yeah, yeah. I was still in my right mind. So, they wanted to intubate me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the FEMA nurses that I had taking care of me in the beginning, uh, had told me that if basically they said, you know, you believe in God? I was like, yeah, I believe in God. They're like, you got a lot of faith? I said, yeah, I got a lot of faith. They were like, all right, because these were Jamaican women that were taking care of me, from
Yeah.
Jamaica. A
Yeah.
lot of people in Jamaica are Catholics, Christians, so they believe in Jesus and all that word.
Yeah.
So their thing was like, you know, um, I'm gonna tell you, don't say nothing that I told you, but if they want you to get intubated, if you feel like you can fight it with the help of God and through your faith, then do it. Because 9 out of 10 people that get intubated don't make it, you know? So
Wow.
I was,
I didn't know that. I didn't know
yeah,
that I didn't know that it was that bad once they put you under because I seen videos where there were it was what was it it was like an ER nurse or something and she was showing a video saying, oh, if you don't want to get the vaccine, well do you want this, and they were like people were like in comas and shit, and they were like she was like, yeah, this person hasn't moved for like 2 months, and they had him in the bed and shit, and I was just like, fuck, man, like I didn't know that they were doing that to people, man. Like I didn't know that they would just say, "Here, we're gonna induce a coma, and we're gonna fucking shove some shit down your throat, and maybe in a couple months you'll bounce back." Like I didn't know that that was the fucking that was
yeah,
like
you
the
don't
what they
bounce
were
back.
doing, bro. That's crazy.
Mhm.
So you
A lot of,
refused, and
oh
then
yeah,
and then from then what? So you refused that shit, and then they were like, "What? You were just on the machine, but you were awake the whole
I
time."
was on, I was, I was on a BiPAP, or sort of what a CPAP machine is. I don't know if you're aware of that.
No.
Like they put a full mask on you
Yeah.
and it breathes for you. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah, yeah. Breathing machine.
It's a breathing machine,
Yeah.
sort of like what people use for sleep apnea. You know, but this machine's a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. So they had me on that.
Yeah. So
There was, let me go back real quick. Three weeks into being in the hospital, that they came in and they wanted to intubate me. I refused, right? And
yeah.
then like a week later, I had a doctor come in on a Sunday morning and tell me straight up, right at my bedside, that I had about an hour left to live. That's exactly
Wow.
what it is. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying?
An hour.
Yeah. And I got the mask on, and he's telling me, looking at my numbers and at the monitors that they have me set up on, and he's like, you got about an hour to live. Is there somebody that you can call, or somebody that we can call that I could talk to? So of course I call my wife,
Yeah.
right? But it's Sunday in the morning. It's like 8:30 in the morning. I know she's asleep, so I call her. She doesn't answer. So I call the house phone. My mother-in-law answers. Tell my mother-in-law, hey, you need to wake her up. You know, you need to wake up Nina so that she can speak to the doctor. So then she gets up. I finally get in touch with her, put her on a video call with the doc. The doctor tells her straight up, you know, your husband's got about an hour left. I'm letting you know, if you can make it to the hospital, you can come up here and see him before he passes. So this was all because of him walking in and seeing my numbers up there. Basically, he saw my O2 levels, right? My oxygen levels, and they were like in the teens, 20s, real, real low.
Yeah.
He was already, saying that I was going to pass and this and that. And then, well, anyway, long story short, my wife gets there. She prays the rosary. You know, an hour passes. I look at her. I told her, hey, ain't I supposed to be dead already? And she kind of like gave a chuckle. My
Yeah.
dad walks in. My dad walks in, man, and I ain't never seen my father scared, but he had a look on his face like, you know, just I mean, it was hard to describe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I bet.
And man, let's just say I got through that day. You know, got through that day, got through that night, and just continued the fight, man. And then afterwards, they asked me again, that if I started dipping again or getting, worse, that if they wanted to intubate me. Told them no, man. I don't want to get intubated. You know, I'm gonna let my body do what it's supposed to do. You know,
Yeah.
fight infection, fight off. I mean, our bodies are amazing, dude, at what they can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, I'm no way, shape, or form a healthy man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do know that a lot of this processed food that we eat and a lot of this stuff really affects our bodies to where you know our immune systems don't work the way they're supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones, man. I'm one of the lucky ones. But I had to fight, and it
Yeah.
was a long, hard fight, and I'm still fighting now. It's far
Yeah.
from over. You know, I lost a
Yeah.
lot, man. I lost a lot.
And fuck, you're one of the fortunate ones. I mean, you didn't have to get put in the coma and shit like that. What scared you so much about being put under?
The fact that I knew that if I would do that,
Yeah.
I would probably that would have probably been the last time that I had um, seen anybody
Yeah.
or talked to anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, because it to me it was more of a if they put me under, it's like that's it. You know,
Yeah, you
and
kind of thought your odds were better just you fighting awake, right? Awake, right? Instead of being asleep and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the way I
Yeah.
looked at it. I was like, you know what? I'd rather fight being awake, putting up a fight myself
Yeah.
than having to deal or have these machines, you know, trying to keep me alive, because they can only do so
Yeah.
much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. That's crazy.
you know, see, but a lot of things that happen is like, you know, family members are the ones that end up making the decisions for some of these people that can't speak for themselves. See
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, they might
You
pull the plug on you early. I heard a story. I heard a story, and I don't want to be spreading false COVID stories, but I did hear some story. I don't know if it was true because I wasn't there, but somebody was saying that yeah, that some family member was under. They wanted to pull the plug. Somebody decided not to, and the person ended up bouncing back. You
yeah,
know, bouncing back. And at one point they were gonna pull the fucking plug, and it's just like fuck, man. Like, how can you just be so quick? Like, you think that there should be some kind of fucking standard, like
yeah,
some kind of standard rule where they're like, we have to check off so many boxes before we decide that it's okay to pull the plug. Like
yeah,
I don't know how many decisions, like how many boxes you have to check off to just say, hey, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pull the plug. Like, that's fucking that's
yeah.
what I would be afraid of. And you weren't vaccinated, right? Before
No,
this?
and I'm not gonna get vaccinated.
And you're still not going to get vaccinated. I'm
I,
not
I'm
vaccinated either, cuz
I'm sorry,
I'm
but
not. I'm not
I'm
vaccinated either. Shit, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. If shout out to the people that did get vaccinated. Yo, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But fuck, man, I'm worried about it too. Shit.
and that's right. And you know what? It's our choice whether we want to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. But me personally, I mean, fuck the government, bro. I don't know what they put in that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
How are you gonna come up with a vaccine within a year after this shit came out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't, you know, you can't come up with some other shit for cancer and I mean all kinds of other crap that's out there. You know,
Yeah.
but but because it's a business, bro. It's a
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. You
There
know
ain't
what?
no
You
there
know
ain't
what?
no money here. The money's in the
Yeah.
comeback. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
like the game. It's just like the dope game. You
Yeah.
know, politicians and all that. They the biggest dope dealers, bro. They the
Yeah.
biggest dope.
Yeah. You
You
know what
know,
trips me out? You know what trips me out is this: if you got cancer in 1970, you know what they gave you in 1970?
what's
Chemo.
that?
Chemo.
You know,
They gave you the same shit they gave you now. Like, what the fuck? We got 50, 60 years and we haven't come up with something better than fucking chemo. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. It's all a racket, man. It's all to make money. But at the same time, though, I will give them this though. Or I do want to throw this out there. They did develop that technology for like 20 years. So they
yeah,
were they were cooking some shit up. And then when the pandemic came, they were like, oh well, let's grab this thing that we've been working on and let's just rush it to the people. And I don't think like honestly, like I don't think there's computer chips and all that, all that crazy. I don't believe that, but I
I
do
don't think there's
believe,
that.
yeah, but I do believe that these motherfuckers were just quick to roll some shit out so they can sell it and they can make money
Yeah,
because that's what they fucking do the best. And that's why I'm a little bit skeptical about getting the
yeah,
fucking vaccine. Now I got a man, you know what? I got a bunch of friends and family members that are like I have an aunt, she has a heart transplant and she got the vaccine. Like I have people, friends that are their immune systems are weak and shit like that. They have but like immune deficiency diseases or whatever kind of shit and they got the shot, right? And I'm just thinking, man, like if these people with weak immune systems can handle the shot, I'm pretty sure that I'd be able to handle the shot.